Today's date is June 16th, 2020. This is Tuesday. I'm at 2738 West Victorian Drive. This is a yard inspection. From the looks, they could definitely use either a The ground is very soft, so they do not need a soil treatment. However, I would strongly recommend fertilizer. Maybe a little late for this year, so for next year it will be a strong recommendation for the front yard. By the looks of it, it is clearly getting water, and the grass that is growing appears to be healthy, but just not a lot. And it does look like they have attempted to mow, at least not too terribly long ago, judging by the lines along here. This tree definitely needs to be trimmed up. They have some weeds within the flower beds that will have to be removed. These trees will have to be trimmed up so that way they are separate from each other. This tree will have to be trimmed up, as well as this pine tree, as there are some dead branches underneath and some that are dying. Same recommendation for side to back. The ground does feel soft as here as well, so no soil treatment should be needed. This entire area will have to be cleaned up of weeds, dead branches, dead trees, dead bushes. With how green the grass that is actually growing looks, it does appear they have coverage. But as you can see, trimming is definitely needed. Some of the neighbor's tree appears to be growing over. Some branches within this tree will not be able to be trimmed unless you get an arborist out here due to the height and regulations, as well as safety regulations. Some of these branches down here on this will have to be trimmed. Some like that right there is going all the way into here. Would recommend a mow and edge, however. It appears it's been especially back here, it's been quite some time since that's been performed. Here, weeds will have to be removed. That bush will have to be heavily trimmed up. This here is the garden. By the looks of it, looks like the tenants have been, if not the tenants, a sprinkler crew has been working on sprinklers as these have been opened upon arrival. Looks like they're growing a few things there. That tree has been trimmed and honestly doesn't need to be messed with. Edging will have to be performed along the fence line as well as along here. Weeds are growing within here as well. Again, edging along the home itself will also be needed. Not many weeds, just a few growing within the cracks of the driveway. A weed killer will be recommended for this property. So it looks like they're growing some tomato plants in here. These plants of some sort, they are intentionally growing, so this area appears to have been maintained. Just the walls will have to be removed of weeds, but for the most part this side section does appear to be properly maintained. This tree is pretty healthy, just a little trim up should be fine. These two over here though appear to be dying, and it looks like they have already removed a dead tree. So unless these trees can be brought back, it is my strong recommendation to remove them and plant another. There's also some weeds, not a lot within the quote-unquote rock pit. This is 2738 West Victorian Drive yard inspection. My overall recommendation is for a spring cleanup, as well as, though it may be late this year, next year definitely get them on the 4-step IFA program to help bring the yard back and promote healthy grass, as the soil is pretty good for it.